You join us at the BMW Motorrad stall at Bharat Mobility. A lot of new launches. They've launched the new S1000RR, the BMW R1300GS, and of course, they're also previewing this F450GS, which might go on sale later in the year. But what do they offer? Let's quickly take a deep dive. Now, the main attraction at the BMW stall is, of course, this. This is the F450GS concept. Now, this is a motorcycle that we are eagerly waiting here in India, but right now it's in concept form. So, of course, it was unveiled at EICMA in 2024 in November, but this is the first time that it has come to India. Now again, I think you guys already know everything about this motorcycle, but in person, I have to say that it looks quite big, it looks quite intimidating, and it's a twin-cylinder motorcycle, so it definitely feels like a proper GS. First of all, at the front, you see this has design elements from the bigger GSs, which is the 1300GS. It has the same LED headlamp. The GS logo you see, I think there you'll get a projector headlamp. Then the wheels, they are knobby tires. I'm not sure if they'll make it to the production version, but again, looks quite beefy. And you have these upside down forks. Again, a very cool touch. Now this is the engine, this is the heart of the matter. This is a twin cylinder 450cc engine. It produces around 48 bhp, that's what BMW is claiming. So again, that's a lot of power for this category of motorcycle. And the great part is that this motorcycle will only weigh around 175 kilograms. That's what BMW is claiming right now. So the current GS 310, you see it here, it goes here. This weighs roughly around 170 kilograms, but BMW is claiming that this one will be 175 kilograms. So if it lives up to the claim, I think that is going to be a great thing, because it's a light ADV, it's a BMW, we know what BMW is capable of. So I think in that regard, of course, let's see how the production model turns out to be. Now, one thing that you won't see on the production model is definitely this exhaust. This is an Acropovic, so you're not going to see this on the production version, but the wheel size is likely going to be the same. Again, you might not see these knobby tires, these are purpose built, but at the front you have a 19-inch and at the rear you have a 17-inch. So that's going to make it to the production version. And overall, I think in terms of dimensions, in terms of how this comes, it comes across as a proper BMW ADV. Yes, it looks quite compact. If you view it dead on from the side, it is quite compact, but it has got all those BMW elements and it looks like a proper GS. Now this is finished in typical BMW GS trophy colors, and it, again, on the concept, the quality is phenomenal. Now in terms of electronics, yes, you have a 6.5-inch TFT display, and again, a lot of elements. I'll show you from the front. Looks quite good. I think I can't really wait for this motorcycle to come in production form. Now right now we don't have a date, but from what we have heard, it will come around December of this year, December of 2025. But again, a lot depends on when they finalize the final production version, because right now there are test mules which are on road in Germany, but nothing concrete as of now in India. So yes, this is about it. Now let's move to the other bikes, the production bikes which are just launched in the country today at Bharat Mobility Expo. Now this is the big new launch from BMW Motorrad at Bharat Mobility. This is the brand new R1300GS Adventure. Now of course it's based on the same underpinnings as the standard 1300GS, but it gets a lot of adventure stuff, as in more adventurous. First of all, you have a bigger 30-liter fuel tank in here, so that's the main difference between this bike. And it also looks much bulkier because, you know, the frame is also different, and you can see it's very boxy compared to the regular 1300GS. Now in addition to that, the big change on this motorcycle is, yes, it of course gets the 1300GS engine, the same engine, same power output, 143 bhp and 149 Nm of torque, but the gearbox, well, it has an optional semi-automatic gearbox. So this one doesn't have that. It has a clutch, like you can see, but there is going to be a semi-automatic version that is optional on this motorcycle. So what it does is that you can have manual as well as automatic gear shifts on that motorcycle. So you'll have the gear lever as well, but you can have, again, automatic gear shift. So it will shift gears itself. So that's the big change on the 1300 GSA. Now in terms of pricing, this is priced at 22.95 lakh. That's the starting price, that's for the base version, but this is the 719 Karakoram edition. So this is the top of the line version, and it's going to be priced at around 26 lakh rupees. That's what we are told. So yes, it is around 2 lakh more expensive than your regular 1300 GSA. Now in terms of hardware elsewhere, you get the same size wheels. So it has a 17-inch at the back, it has a 19-inch at the front. The electronic setup, it's also going to be more or less the same as your standard motorcycle. And the seat height, well, you can see it is quite bulky again. But you come at the front, again the same motorcycle, you have the same cross LED headlamps, but it looks much more bulkier than your standard version. That's the big thing about this motorcycle, and it is now, I think, one of the biggest ADVs on the market. As for its competition, it will lock horns with the likes of Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally, and that's going to be its main rival. But this is priced, it undercuts the V4 Rally. So in that regard, that's the big thing on this motorcycle. So again, can't wait to ride this motorcycle, and it looks quite big. But as we have ridden the 1300 GS, it was our Best of 2024 award winner. So expecting a lot of good stuff from this version as well. So stay tuned for our first ride review of the 1300 GSA. I'll just quickly give you a full walk around. At the back, it is more or less the same. We've got this nice Akrapovic dual tap exhaust, looks quite cool. And in terms of electronics, you get again the same stuff that you get on the regular 1300 GS. In terms of design, you'll notice it has the same headlamp, but it also gets these auxiliary lamps. Suspension is same as the standard version. Of course, it is all adaptive, it is all electronic, as we've already seen in the regular R1300 GS. And last but not least, we have the new S1000RR. Now this is the 2025 version. What's new on this? Well, mostly it's cosmetics, but these are functional changes. So first of all, you see these winglets. Well, they are all new, and BMW says that in terms of aerodynamics, it is more efficient and it creates more downforce. So the downforce at 300 kilometers per hour, it has gone up from 17.1 kilograms to 23.1 kilograms. Now, I don't know if you have any roads in India where you can max out the S1000RR to 300 kilometers per hour, because even at the Bodh International Circuit, you really have to stretch it. But of course, if you do that, you might feel there is more downforce. Now, coming back, in terms of design, yes, it looks a lot more aggressive. It has that M1000RR design, so it has got more aggression for sure. Now, another new change is these are the new brake cooling ducts. Of course, this is for consistent brake pressure. That's the new addition. And if you have ridden the first gen S1000RR, you might have noticed on the track that it had a bit of brake fade. So I think this issue addresses that. Now at the front, it also gets these, if you notice it gets this asymmetrical body panels on both sides. So that is kind of a throwback thing to the original, the S1000RR, the first gen, which was out in 2009. Now the engine is exactly the same. It is the same shift cam 999cc engine that produces around 205 bhp. And again, in terms of performance, there is going to be no change. Now the other big change is the chassis is again the same. The suspension is, yes, it's again the same because it gets dynamic damping control. So nothing has changed on that front. There are new riding modes as well, new electronics. So you have 4 standard riding modes, and then you have pro riding modes. So that's new on this motorcycle. In terms of its pricing, well, it now starts at 21 lakh rupees, 21.10 lakh, and goes up to 25 lakh rupees for the top end version. So this is the new S1000RR. I'll just give you a quick look at this.